delicious looking sandwich.
It is. It's awesome. I had to get an Italian cold cut combo today. Are we recording?
Yes, we're recording.
Sometimes
right
you
now.
need an Italian cold cut combo.
Yeah. How big was your cold cut combo?
6 inches.
Is that a 6-incher? I thought it was a 12.
Yeah,
Which I only
well,
ate 6 of.
You only ate 6.
6 inches circumference, maybe.
Are we keeping this?
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, everyone out there. How are you? Brendan Snyder here. Anthony,
How's it going, guys?
thanks for joining in on this one here.
Thanks for filming.
So we're in December here, and I thought maybe we should talk about this time of year where new releases dwindle down. And I know you said that's not such a big thing for you, but for me, I always find that slows down, and then it's sort of like, well, now what? Now what do I do? You know, I look forward to every Friday and those new releases. So as a music collector, where do we go with our collections, our listening, all that sort of stuff during these couple months of that time?
Go out and find stuff.
Well, absolutely, right. But
I
now
guess the word that people use now is dig. And the word's really starting to bother me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it anymore.
Dig for something. I like to
Right?
hunt.
I like hunting.
Yeah, hunting.
Going out and finding, but
Yep.
I don't know, because it just sounds like such a
Searching.
hipster word. And
dig
dig. Let's go digging,
for
man.
records. Yeah, I don't
Digging.
really know where that comes
I don't know. I
from.
don't like it anymore.
Yeah,
That's been around since the 80s, too.
right.
Right? You're digging. I don't know. It bothers me.
You don't dig the word dig.
I don't dig the word dig, but I'll use the word dig when I dig something.
Or when you want to take a dig at someone.
When I'll take a dig at someone, but I'm not going digging for records.
Okay.
It's like nails on a chalkboard. I don't know why. But anyway,
Finding stuff in the wild.
finding
Oh,
stuff in the
I hate
wild.
that one.
Now that's bothering
That
me too.
bothers-
I
oh
used to
my-
like it, but I don't
People
like it anymore.
Oh, I never see that one out in the wild.
Because I think the hipsters took that too.
all the funny terms that are out there for music collecting. and
Use
what
whatever
we
you
do.
want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever, just because it bothers me,
Right.
who cares?
So I know for me at least in terms of this time of year where less is dropping, that's what I like to actually go back into my collection, or all the stuff that came out at the beginning of the year, you know, over the last 11 months or so, and really dig back into some of that stuff.
But you,
I did use it. Oh my
but no,
God.
it's different.
It is a
Because
little
you're digging
different.
back into that stuff. That's not
Yeah.
digging for it. You're digging into
True.
what is in that particular
I
release.
guess, but that was
It's a different
so
use of the word.
unexpected.
Semantics.
Yeah, I know. I was not planning
It's such
that way.
But I understand that. Yeah.
I like to go back and explore this stuff. The albums that
Are you-
didn't connect with me.
Just the last year's releases?
I start with that. That's always
Okay.
kind of how I started because it's still new. And again, that's just something for me. I like
Okay.
new stuff. So it's sort of like I don't want to put this out. We're getting ready to get into 2024. That's going to move somewhere else so I can start having all this stuff next to my stereo that is the new year. I want to listen to it. I want to know where it stands, in terms of this past year. So I'll do that. But what it often does too is branches me off into other tangents and things. If I pull out an album and new Peter Gabriel came out kind of thing, I'm going to dig back into his old stuff.
Yes.
I'm going to go back into Genesis, and then I'm going to split off of that and maybe pull out some Steve Hackett, and then that's going to lead off to Rick Wakeman and Yes, and next thing I know, I'm somewhere completely different, but it will start with the latest record or a new release that came out, and then I kind of use that to just get off in different places.
Interesting topic.
Yeah.
Like when somebody says certain things,
Mm-hmm.
what is it first thing that comes to mind? So when I hear Genesis, I don't think of the band.
What do you think of?
I think of the Genesis from Star Trek 2 or 3.
Oh, yeah, right?
When Kirk's son got killed.
Yes, that's
right.
right.
The Genesis
It's
project. So that's immediately what I think.
Wow.
And I'm not a Trekkie. So I wonder how many other things there are
That are like that.
that people say were
For you, it would send you on an entirely different musical tangent hearing something like that. Whereas for me, and I hear that, it sends me somewhere else. And that's kind of an interesting thing too. Because
Yeah.
whatever is going on in the media at the time, or news stories that are coming out, or things that are coming in the future, I'll look at that sort of stuff as well. And it'll be the thing that might spark something for me. But this is a good time for me to hit up record stores and go through used sections and dig for stuff that's in there to find the things that I wouldn't normally have given a chance to during the past year.
this time of year. I don't want to. I get very bored. I don't know if I like, did I find anything that I really want? I'll go to a record store, which I just did.
Right.
And I'll buy a ton of stuff and I'll listen to it once. And then I don't know. I guess there's a feeling around this time of year with just being unfulfilled. Is that real?
I have that.
Is that it's like in your being, your soul, your holes in your collection, or whether how full your collection or your life is? There's a weird feeling of longing this time of year.
I contemplate my existence as a music collector at this time, and I go, "Why am I doing this?
What and
what is it for? Where is it all going?"
And it's not that it bores, but it kind of, I don't know. It's just there's thousands of releases in our hands, and something is missing.
You know what?
Something isn't right.
It's because of the time of year where things slow down that we now actually can take stock of it. Whereas where things are moving through the year and they're coming out and it's constantly something new, I don't have time to sit back. And then when I do, I'm sort of like, why did I buy the 10th album by this artist when I really only like the first one that they put out? Why do I keep doing this? I'm not going to buy anything more. And then next year when they put something out, I buy it anyways.
Yeah, because then you pick up back into the cycle.
I know.
So this is the dead month. This is the dead zone.
It is.
This sucks.
Following record store day, everything's pretty dead after that. You might get one, maybe two new things that'll drop.
But even prior to record store day, right? The Black Friday stuff, it still died this time of year, and I still had that same. I will go to 5 record stores this week. I'm not going to, but I will. I will spend too much money, and I will get entirely too much stuff, and I will come home and just feel unfulfilled by all of it.
Yeah. Well, I find that that's part of the thing. What's out there right now because of the holiday season,
there's this weird
everybody
air just
is
hanging.
buying.
It's floating. And
I see it.
I know somebody's gonna watch the video and go, "Man, what's Anthony looking at?"
Yeah.
And
there's actually an air floating. There you go.
It was slow motion. It was like the Doors live at the Bowl 68 when Jim starts watching the butterfly on stage.
You're not even on anything,
right? And I'm not even on anything. And this was just hanging out.
Hanging out there.
I'm gonna let it float back into space.
I don't think my camera is HD enough.
I can't stop. Look at it. It's it's coming at me.
It's gonna get you. Now imagine if we were actually on something while filming and doing these things.
That would be a lot cooler.
And some people, I think we are. Yeah, right. Soap fumes. That's a whole other separate story for today.
John smells like a Yankee candle.
Yeah, a pumpkin Yankee candle that smells like rubber.
Was that a pumpkin Yankee candle?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have said it smelled like a not pumpkin.
And everywhere he walks, he leaves this scent today.
There's a scent in the store. All right, so back to this time of year, and
so I find that going out to the stores, because it's the holiday season and everyone's out there trying to shop for their nephew and their dad or their uncle or the one music fan they know, there isn't a lot that's out there. The market is kind of barren in terms of what I'm looking for as a hardcore collector. I've got all the big popular stuff, so I'm not looking for a Led Zeppelin album. I'm not looking for, I don't know, whatever is the big popular thing. I'm out there looking for that rare album that nobody knows of.
I'm looking for the rare white label mono promo of a Supremes album. That's what I need to come and punch me.
Can you still find that at this time of year? Do you find at any time of the year that is harder to come by?
I was just throwing out an example.
That's a good one.
That's why the new release stuff that comes out, I mean, as much as I'm into it,
you've got
those aren't the things that
move you.
Yeah, because I can get the new Scream record or CD
easily. It's
wherever.
Yeah.
But it's that thing that I don't have.
Yeah, it's weird. I never really keep a list of anything that I'm hunting for.
Oh, me neither. But
what I mean is it's not like I'm going and I'm looking for these and I'm trying to find these or that sort of a thing. It kind of always grows out of, I get a new album and I'm really digging that artist and I want some more, and I go to my wall and I've got a bunch of stuff, but I'm missing a couple albums and it's been out of print on CD for however long, and I finally say to myself, I'm willing to shell out the big bucks and order one off of eBay or something. Or if I'm lucky, I'm at a record show or something like that, and I'm thumbing through the section,
and there it is.
And there it is, and I'm like, oh man, perfect timing, But I don't really hunt or try to hunt down anything until that moment that something sparks with me. And then when I do, I go until I find it. I don't write it down in a list and then look every time I go to a record store.
I wish I had a list. Yeah, but I think a list would ruin a record store for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to check my pocket for something.
Everybody asks me about, what's on your list? I don't have one. I have music store owners that will ask that. You know, like, well, what are you looking for today? What's on your list? I'm like, I don't have a list. I'm just perusing.
Yeah.
And they're like, but if you don't know what you're looking for, how can you look? And it's like, yeah, but that's the point.
It's like going out and you're looking for life.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's going to bring you, but it's going to come
Right.
out, punch you in the face like a good record or a CD. Like a
Right.
good piece of music.
I'm on a quest to collect every glam metal album ever.
Ever. Not Guns N' Roses.
Or Skid Row. But it's sort of like, you know, so I don't know who those bands are, but if I'm thumbing through a section and I pull it out and the album cover suggests that it might,
Screams glam.
right, and I flip it over and the guys have teased hair and everything like that, and I look at the year and it's 1988, I don't even need to listen to it. It's going to get bought.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff that I'm
I feel that way
hoping
with some of the soul stuff. If I see Atco and Atlantic, I'm probably going to buy it.
Yeah.
Because they had the best soul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. What about you guys out there? When you're looking for stuff, I mean, at this time of year, when there isn't that big new release that you're waiting for, that, you know, is 3 months. I mean, a lot of guys out, Iron Maiden fans right now, and Bruce Dickinson is going to drop a solo album, but not till March. So I got 4 months to sit back and wait for something. It's like, what do you do in the interim? Right?
Pearl Jam can't. Matt Cameron just said that Pearl Jam is ready.
They finished
done.
the album. It's done. It's
Mixed and mastered.
Yeah, mixed and mastered.
So they're just waiting to talk to the label for a release date. So now we're waiting at least 6 months for
You
a new
think?
Pearl Jam record.
God, I was hoping it would be like March.
I mean, March would be great, but you're still 4 months off.
Yeah, I know.
4 and 6, who cares? At that point, you're just like, whatever.
No, it does. Yeah, until
Because we'll forget about it by then.
As long as they, here's okay. I'm gonna get a little pet peeve here. Artists that announce albums months and months and months and months in advance. 4 months is a little ridiculous in my opinion.
Yeah.
Give me 2 months. I don't want to know about it before then, because I'll stop caring by the point that it gets to that point. I'm not going to keep that momentum of interest for 4 months on it, and I don't want to hear a new song every couple of weeks or month or whatever. So by the time the album drops, I've heard half of it. I want to hear the first one, go, that's good enough for me, and then wait for the thing to come out. Skid Row, when they released their last one, The Gang's All Here, announced it 10 months in advance.
That's horrible.
Yeah. They said the reason they did that, though, was they were waiting for the vinyl to be able to be pressed so they
have
could
it at the
release
same
them
time.
both at the same time.
I understand.
But then why announce it? Don't tell me that the CD's ready to go and I can't have it because I'm waiting on vinyl to be pressed.
I would love if, when they release stuff, they didn't tell us.
Yeah.
Just wake up one day, a new record. Like, I think that would be awesome.
I want, like U2 did, man. They just fucking dropped their album one day. And it was just like, what? I mean, I was freaking out. I couldn't wait.
I think that's cooler.
I was on a subway or something at the time, and I had read it at like one stop, and then I went in and I lost service. I'm waiting to get to the next stop. I've never had so much like anticipation and excitement to jump off that train, and I stopped everything I was doing just to hit the download button on that so I could hear it. Like, that was so cool.
Yeah, I like my releases like that. People say, oh, you got to build it up. No, because you're just causing anticipation in people to drive us insane enough to not care.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit after a certain point. Whatever. Yeah, okay, you've been talking about it forever. You've
Right.
given me 4 songs, 5 songs off it.
Mhm.
No.
No.
No, I don't like it.
Well, what about like what Peter Gabriel did, where he released one new song every full moon for 12 months? Every song was out by the time the album
You're an
came
asshole.
out. That really annoyed the hell out of me. I only listened to the first one. I refused to listen to anything else because, again, I wanted the album.
Yeah, I don't care about what your artistic vision is for it. I respect it, but I don't have to care.
Yeah.
And I'm not into it. If Pearl Jam told me they were doing that, I'd kind of say,
Dicks.
yeah, don't be a dick.
Yeah, man, give me all the music. Why are you?
Like, I want to know what's Peter Gabriel thinking.
Right.
What's in your brain that you thought, you know what, they're looking
Yeah.
for new ways to do it.
Right, new ways to make a connection on it. Absolutely. I mean, his idea, I don't know regarding the moon or whatnot on that, but he had an artist create a special piece of art for each thing, and then he dropped one every full moon. It's just kind of a way to keep his name in the media and everything. Every month, someone's talking about Peter Gabriel, new song, right? So for 2023, every month, people were talking about.
Think about how much grander it would be if you just drop, like you just put out the whole album without knowing anything.
Right.
Everybody's gonna be talking, holy shit, I can't believe they did that.
It's the same way that movies make all of their money in the first couple weeks. Albums are really kind of becoming that as well. They make those sales right up front, and then after that, They're not really long life cycles on albums anymore. You know, back in the day, you know, an album dropped and then every month or two a new video hit MTV and it boosted sales again, and then radio got things, and bands went around to radio stations doing promotion, and every time, you know, a band was in town, like, it just pushed everything, and that doesn't seem to happen anymore. And maybe that's just because of streaming.
Have a good one, man. Thank you.
And the instantaneousness of albums. But I think the reason they're dropping all their singles up front is the fans will download it to hear it because it's new, and then when the album drops, they'll get it all again. But if they wait till the album's out, nobody's going to be downloading that single. They don't get the double effect of it. But I just find all these bands are putting out like 4 or 5 singles in the span of 2 months. It's overkilling it. There's no time to really absorb it and enjoy it. And then all of a sudden the marketing is over, and you won't hear anything about that album after it's been out for the first 6 weeks or so. I mean, unless it's really big, like a new Taylor Swift.
I feel like you don't hear anything for after the first couple weeks anyway.
Yeah, presently.
You get a month. You get 3 to 4 weeks, and then it's disappeared.
You remember 20, 30 years ago when we were kids.
You're talking about a record for a year.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and bands toured that whole time for it.
Toured more than 40 dates a year.
Yeah.
Pussies.
I know, right? All these guys.
Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
So, I guess, I don't know, man. There's something about this time of year that's boring. And it is definitely
Christmas blues, holiday
blues, man. It's
right.
the end of the year. You know we have nothing to look forward to but the misery of July and February and then the hope of March that just breeds more misery because it fucking lasts forever. It's the longest month of the year, and then
Marches?
Yeah. Because spring is right there.
Right? And then
so, I mean, maybe these are just my thoughts.
Yeah,
maybe they're yours too.
I don't know. Kick off of summer, around May, June, a lot of new albums drop because the bands are going out on the road. And it seems like it takes forever to get to that point.
Maybe I'm subconsciously living my life through the release cycle. And I don't even know it.
I know I am. And that's the problematic part. And I think that's why there's some withdrawal that goes on during this time of year.
Is that my emptiness?
You're having withdrawal symptoms?
Do I just need more?
I don't want to need more.
No.
I want to want what I have. And not need what I want.
I don't think I want what I have, but I need what I have.
You always don't need it, but need it.
Yeah, because when does want and need blur?
I know.
When does one go away? Is there a difference?
Between wanting and needing? Yeah. Wanting is just a desire, but needing is life.
Desirable.
Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, it is interesting, and I'd be curious to get everyone out, thought out there on this. Is just at this time of year, do you guys feel some of those same blues or withdrawal or whatever it might be from the release cycle, the new albums that drop, or maybe however it is you shop during the year, whether or not you're a big new release fan or you're not?
Maybe you're disappointed.
Yeah.
Because the stuff that could have been released that you were hoping and expecting and didn't.
I will say that. And contrary to maybe a lot of people that I've heard mention who keep saying they think 2023 was a really good release year, I don't think that it was.
No, it was boring.
There was very few albums that really jumped out at me, and the ones that I highly anticipated, I feel let down by.
It was a year of jacked up prices, less product in that jacked up release, and then lackluster musical endeavors.
Right. So yeah, I think that's part of it too, is that when we have that time to reassess what came out this year, whether archival or brand new material or whatever, or what didn't come out, because this is also the time of the year where they say, well, we're gonna, it's been announced and was gonna come out December 15th for 6 months, and then they push it back until February or March, and that's already happened
even
with
worse.
a few things. Yeah, and it's just it's depressing, and then you sit back and you go, I bought all these albums this year, but none of them really moved me. None of them were like the big over-the-top greatest thing ever that got released, like the new Rolling Stones. I love it. It's a good record.
I don't love it,
but
it's a good record.
It didn't blow me away.
No, I'm never going to listen to it again.
I thought that I was hoping
that
it would really blow me away. I'm going to listen to it. I like it, but
I like it.
It just didn't do what I had hoped that I had hoped it would do. and there was a number of albums. The new Winger album, I really like it, but it didn't blow me away. And I don't really feel a desire to keep pulling it out.
The new Jenny Lewis record, I like it, but it didn't blow me away.
Mm-hmm.
The new Morgan Wade record, I like it, but it didn't blow me away. But then the Doors Live at the Matrix release this year blows me away. It's awesome to have that.
That was great.
That's a great release.
But it wasn't new.
And it wasn't new.
And it wasn't even new in the sense of it being an unreleased live album, because that's been out before, just from
not
a different... not in the full release and not in the first generation or whatever. But
there was
it's
really
interesting
nothing...
when that happens. When it's an archival release, that is maybe the most exciting thing.
And it was a fair price, but then
maybe
towards the end of the year, you start getting knocked down because the In Utero, the Nirvana, the price of that is such a disappointment that and that's the end of the year.
Yeah.
Now it makes me have a bleaker outlook for what they're going to do to us next year.
That's true. Well, and dollars alone, not just for you as a store owner and a person that has to purchase this and has other responsibilities in terms of the finance of this, but us music fans in general who buy that big expensive box set, and you're excited about it because it's favorite band or it's favorite album or something, but you shelled out so much money that you're now kind of feeling guilty about it, and it's
because it doesn't constitute the price at all.
Right. You wanted it, but then the music didn't really move you, and you're like, why did I spend $150 or whatever it's costing?
I love Shout at the Devil, but I'm not paying $235 for a bloated box set
with no material
so,
that
Randy,
hasn't been released. It's already all come out.
No, some of the demos haven't been released, but you're not even everything on it.
Everyone has been released.
You're not even getting it backed up on CD. You're only getting the album on CD, not the demos.
Is it a 10-inch?
You're getting the LP.
Yeah.
You're getting the 12-inch.
Right.
With all the demos. 2 7-inches.
Okay.
The CD. The CD just has the album.
That's what I mean.
Not the bonus shit.
Right. Why the hell? Why?
And it's $235. Oh, because you get a fucking stupid devil cup?
Right.
Oh, who cares? You get a bandana?
Exactly. It's all merch. Everything that's in that box is merch. And I've seen that happening where some bands have been releasing these 30th or 40th box sets, and it's filled with so much merch.
Nirvana put garbage in there.
Yeah. It's not really the music. It's just all the stuff that's in it. And there was a time where I really, really dug that. I mean, as a kid. But it's got to have the music today.
I want more music for that money. I'll pay $235 if it's chock full. Like Prince, it was $300. You got 12 or 13 records.
There you go. Right.
10 songs per LP, or 8, depending on the length of the tracks. It was nothing but tons of music, no bullshit. And if you're into DVDs, Blu-rays, there's one of those in there too. Yeah. And a giant hardcover book.
But I mean, when they start trying to create box sets out of nothing, where they put the LP in, then it duplicates on the CD, then they put a Blu-ray in for a 5.1 surround sound, and then they put a 7-inch of 2 songs that are already on your CD and your record and the Blu-ray, and then they call it a 4-disc set, which Pink Floyd, and I don't know if Black Sabbath has done it, but Pink Floyd's been doing that.
If that Motley Crue was $100 less, it would sell. They would sell twice as many copies. But now only the die-hard have to have. Fans are going to take it.
I would have shelled out.
I would have paid $150 for it.
I probably would have paid $150.
And I still would have been pissed paying $150.
If they put the 7 songs on a CD, I'd have shelled out for it. I have all those songs on different
now you would have them on
releases on one CD, and I would have shelled out for that.
Yeah.
And now,
So how much of that is our blues at the end of the year?
Yeah.
Lackluster release.
Yeah, I think that's actually a lot of it. Now that we've had this discussion, I mean, just for you guys watching out there, this isn't a topic that we prepared for.
No.
This was just something we started talking about after I popped in the store, and trying to figure out and kind of get to the root of what is it at this time of year? What is the blues? That sort of feeling. And
we're junkies. There's not enough.
Yeah, and I think
we have not been satisfied. So at the end of the year,
we're kind of bummed out.
So we need to go out and reinvigorate our high.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing that's going to do that for us right now. And because of that, it even makes us lazy to the point where we don't not what would be the word? Melancholy.
Yeah,
Or it's like, I want to go to a record store
because I'm not going to find anything.
it sucks, man. So yeah,
We got the second Saturday record show coming up. That's not happening on Saturday. It's happening on Sunday. Did
they're
you
doing
see
this.
that?
They do it every year for the. Well, no, yeah, this is normal.
I'm like, I don't know if I want to go.
No, it's normal after Christmas.
Yeah.
No, last year I did it on a Monday. I don't know, but either way, so it's the second Saturday.
But
Sunday
it's like,
show.
I have to talk myself into going. Because
I talk myself out of going.
I'm not looking for anything. I don't have anything on the mind right now that I'm specifically hunting for. So do I just go to go?
Yeah.
I'll find stuff. But I gotta talk myself into going first.
I'd rather stay home and feel sorry for myself.
In the summertime, I would just go to go. I don't know. There's that.
It's also cold weather where we're from.
Yeah,
It's not like we have beautiful sunny California weather. We're stuck
True.
here in the cold, so we kind of like.
That's true, and it's kind of rainy. It's overcast almost every day.
Yeah, it's like we're in London.
Oh man. Who knows what's going on? But anyway, it's that time of year, and just curious to know your thoughts out there. We thought we'd put our 2 cents in on it, and let us know. Let us know what's going on with you guys. All right, take care, everyone.
See you later.